Why should you be using Notary Assist to track your notary business? In this video today, I'm going to just go over some of the reasons why I am now switching back to Notary Assist and going to be utilizing their software again. So just to give a little history here, I started my notary business with QuickBooks, and was tracking with QuickBooks for a few months. And then I met Sue Hope, who's the owner of Notary Assist, at the Notary Symposium that was held in person at the time here in, I think it was Modesto, California, with Laura Buer. And I asked her the question, why should I be using your software? Because I have QuickBooks. And then, she gave me the reasons, but of course it didn't fall in place at that time. But the reason why I started using her software at that time was because of the one feature that it would sync up to my Google Calendar, so I could put the loan signings in there, sync up my calendar, and then I can click on the calendar and get directions to my location, or to the signing location. So I'm like, that in itself was worth the money to use the software. Fast forward a little bit, in 2021, I switched over to Notary Gadget, which is the competitor, similar software. Let's just say that it's not exactly the same. But the reason why I switched over to Notary Gadget is because they had a couple features that I really liked. And one of them was that you can confirm the appointment in there and see that it's been confirmed. And if it wasn't confirmed, what happened? I called, they didn't have ID, or whatever the reason is, I can put it in there. And I really like that feature, along with the one feature that was very important to me at the time, because this was in the refinance boom, was being able to import the information directly from the confirmation email into Notary Gadget. And I really liked that feature, because that meant that I didn't have to type a lot of information into the software. It was just forwarded over and it would be imported, and then I could just check a few things and save it, and it was good to go. And that was very important during that refi boom, because we were all busy. We were answering our phone like crazy and doing, I was doing 5, 8 loan signings a day at the time, so quite a few. And I'm like, yeah, I need to streamline this a lot better, because I can't sit here taking days at a time trying to input data to get these into the Notary Gadget. So fast forward to this year, and so the reason why I'm switching back is because I am now using a software. Okay, there's a couple of reasons, and I'm going to show you what's happening here, and you can see it. What I like is that so after speaking to Sue, because I called her, I don't know, about a month ago or so, and I said, hey, is it possible to get an import feature so that I can import my general notary work? So what happens is, somebody books an appointment on my calendar, I get a confirmation email. I want to forward that over to Notary Assist or Notary Gadget, because I reached out to both of them to see if they could do it. And Sue was happy to say, hey, we're actually have that in beta right now, and you can try it. We'll put you on the beta program and see if it works. So she did. And so I tried it a couple times. I send the email over there. It imports perfectly. There's still little things are working out, but for the most part, it works. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect. And of course, it's the same thing where you can import the confirmation emails from different title companies and such, signing service and that as well. But this was specific to my need to capture general notary work, because as we're doing now is more general notary work and not loan signing. So now it's more important for me to capture general notary work and fingerprinting appointments and put that in there and be able to track that and not have to type all that information every time. So that is one of the reasons I'm going to show you what I did and kind of how it works. And then in speaking to Sue, I said, hey, this was back in 2017, I put a bunch of recommendations that I was looking for things, and I said, hey, what, these just are all open. And then she explained to me, yes, we don't close them. They're all open, but we have everything on the list and we're just going through it and prioritizing things and so forth. And so I really appreciate getting that feedback from her, because sometimes you just give suggestions to software companies and it goes into a black hole and you're like, okay, I guess my suggestion was useless, or they didn't want to pursue it or whatever. Because I coming from the IT world, that was what would happen, because I come from the point of sale industry, and when there's a problem, unless it affects a million people, they wouldn't address it. They'd be like, oh, okay, we'll just put that on the list. And maybe if 5 years down the road, they had like 100 people ask for that, request that feature, they'd be like, okay, maybe now we can look into it, even though it was something that was important. So that's the reason why I a little slanted, jaded toward software companies that you give feedback and they just don't, it goes to the black hole. So anyway, so let me just share with you my screen here, and hopefully you'll be able to see what is going on. So here's my screen. So this is, okay, I have one HELOC in here. This is just basic information. This is the signing info. What is awesome, and they added this, I don't know how recent, because like I said, I haven't used this in a while, as you can see, but just to show you that I do have information back here, 2017, there's all my info. So you can see that I did use the software. So let's see, this year. Okay, so last year, sorry, this year, I picked the wrong one. Okay, so if I go here, they have this business profile. I'm sorry, not business profile. Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah. So in here, she's added loan signing work. You have all your cool things, but then she added specialty notary work. So you can add different things there. And then I added other types of work. So I added fingerprinting and wedding officiant work, and you can put a default value in there if you want. So that to me is awesome, because then you can get a breakout of what you needed, what you have in each business. And that was I don't know if that was an issue, because I really wasn't tracking my fingerprinting through this software. I was still using QuickBooks for that part, and I'm still kind of using that now as well, but I'm going to probably transition completely over when I show you the import feature. So this is awesome that you can break all that out, and that's important. Okay, especially nowadays when everybody's doing 500 different things, and doesn't all fall under loan signings. You could be permit running, you can do fingerprinting like I'm doing, wedding officiant, a whole slew of different things that you can be doing secret shopping, whatever you're tracking that you need to track in here. Okay. So let me just show you. So they have this import button up here at the top. And this, I already imported this. I'm going to show you what the email is, but so here's the import. I have this. This is just generic cash customer or whatever. You go and it's $85 and Sue's made the appointment. Okay. So if I import this, it comes up, it populates the date, the time of the appointment, the dollar amount, the name of the person, where we're meeting. Now, this is a problem on my software end, not on Sue's ends, but it only gives me my address and not the city and state. But guess what? You can just click on that and boom, it fills it in. So just a second to fill that information in if you need that. And then the contact, it fills in the cell phone number. And, you know, I'm sure that you can fill in other fields, but these are the only things that I really care about. And then I can fill in any other information that I want, you know, I can assign it to a particular customer or add a new customer here, contact information, loan number, whatever. Okay. And then you save it and it will save into the, into your system here, right here. So type of work, blah, 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 all that info. Okay. And I get, yeah, it wasn't loan signing work. What I should have done is I should have dropped this down and gone general notary work. So let me just change that. Okay, so here it is here. It's on here. It's gone to my calendar. I have all this information and then we're good to go. And that is that's what I was looking for. So I'm going to have that for general notary work. And let me just show you if I can. I'm going to switch it here. I don't know if you're seeing that, but let's just make sure that you are. You aren't. Here we go. Okay, so this is the email that the customer receives. Hi, Sue, I received your information. Okay, and then here's the date and time. This is the address. Please mail me gifts if you want. That's my address. And then how much she's paid. And then it just talks about, you know, what to do for this appointment. So this is a fingerprinting appointment. So I even picked the wrong, I put general notary work, but anyway, fingerprinting appointment. Okay, so here it is. And then I wanted to, let me see if I have the import email, notary confirmation here. Okay, so I think it's this one. No, it's not, but it's it's a test. Okay, so this is my confirmation email, and I added a field for the phone number, but name, first name, last name, location, appointment, and the fee that they paid. Okay, so this is the fee that they paid, and so that will be adjusted at the appointment time. So I'm just collecting a deposit essentially, and then I'll adjust the invoice and in my accounting after the appointment, depending on what they're doing. So this particular appointment is $36, which is you're like, why are you charging such a low fee? And that's just my rolling fee for fingerprinting, and then I generally will have to collect another $49 for the state. So this is really the only fee that I get to keep. The rest of it goes to the state anyway, but you know, at the time of the appointment, I'll adjust it to match whatever I collect. So that's the confirmation email that gets sent over to Sue at Notary Assist, and I have actually automated that So I don't even have to forward it I don't have to forward it over to her. I forwarded this one over to her to get that going. But I have it directly going from my software. So when somebody books on my calendar, they send that over. It gets sent automatically to Notary Assist, and it will go in and import. And then I just have to go in there and just massage the data like I just showed you. So that is a huge plus, and that's the main reason I'm going to be switching to her software. Of course, the software does a lot of things, and I can get into all those things in another video to share with you. You can sit there and see on graphs how much you're making, how many loans you've done, how many appointments in this case. You can see your expenses, your income, all those basic things that you can see from an accounting standpoint. I'm using that now. I'm trying to utilize that more now. Now that this import features in there, because now I won't have to switch between, or I won't have to do a lot of data entry or switch between systems, because I'm doing different things for different business types, fingerprinting versus notary work and so forth. So that's awesome. And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So hopefully this was helpful. Please take a look at Sue's software if you aren't using Notary Assist. If you're using Notary Gadget, not saying anything's wrong with Notary Gadget. I'm just saying that I'm transitioning here right now because this is going to accomplish my business goals. And that's what you need to look at when you're looking at software. I've been in the point of sale business a long time, and the reason why we lost customers in the point of sale business is somebody would say, "Hey, I want my system to do this." And if they found another product that could do that feature that they needed, they would jump ship and get it. Back in the 90s, when computers were starting to, get mainstream, people were paying like 50 grand to 100 grand for a restaurant system. Okay. So it was hard. It was very hard to jump ship and go, I don't like your system anymore. I'm going to go with somebody else, because that's a big chunk of money. Okay. But now in today's world, when everything is subscription based and hardware is cheap, it doesn't cost anything. And that's the same thing here. If you find a software that does what you need it to do, then you have to reevaluate where your business is going. And that's all I'm saying. So if it makes sense, if you are on Notary Assist and this makes sense to you and you want to do this kind of thing that will work for your business, then jump ship and come over to Notary Assist. It's great software, and it looks professional. It does what it needs to do, and they've been around for a long time. I think they've been around since 2007, I believe. So the company's there and they answer the phone. I just have to tell you, I had to make some changes to my login credentials and I was having trouble, but guess what? They answer the phone, and that is another plus for Notary Assist, because you can talk to somebody directly and get your answer solved. And if they can't solve it right away, then they'll get back to you. And, I left a message and told what was happening. They sent me an email. I tried to do it, still didn't work. They made a call, and then we got it resolved. But the point is they have the support. They're there to help you. And that is always a plus in the software industry. If you have the support, it doesn't matter about anything else, really. because if you get the support, you're going to be able to solve your problem, solve whatever issue that you're having at the time. And if they can't solve it because you want some feature or something that you're trying to implement in your business, then you just say, hey, it'd be nice if your software did this. And then they take it under consideration. Anyway, with that, I'm going to leave this video with you. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great one, everyone.